I look the same. But I did have dinner in the meantime because it's like almost 8 p.m. So my lipstick that I was wearing earlier has pretty much worn off. So that is a good opportunity for me to reapply it and show you what it was. Because the one and only lip liner I'm going to show you is the Rhode Lip Contour. I don't like lip liners. I've never really used them. Reason being, I have very dry lips. I moisturize the hell out of them, but in the winter, it doesn't seem to help much. I still have really dry lips. And lip liners are typically pencils, and if I try to fill in the rest of my lips, they just keep getting stuck on loose bits of skin from my lip. The lip contour is a really thick, I wouldn't even call it a pencil. Yeah, it's like a crayon, and it's really creamy and glides on like nothing else. And because it's so thick, I don't actually fill in the rest of my lips because it already takes up about half the space of my lips. So I'm just gonna do that now, as much as I can see it in my view finder. See, like even from a distance, it just already kind of looks like I'm wearing a lipstick. And then the one that I paired it with today is MAC's. Is it Velvet Teddy or what? What is the version? Oh, for crying out loud, let's not do this again. It's a this came in their holiday gift set. Like they had like a holiday set with a Teddy lipstick, but like a reinvented Teddy lipstick because apparently Teddy is one of the most popular ones. This is it's just called Satin Teddy. It says satin. Yeah, Satin Teddy. Okay. This is a color that I thought would never look good on me, but with this lip contour, either that's why it looks good or it just looks better than I thought, but it looks a lot darker than I thought it would. There you go. I hope that looks okay. Something like that. Yeah. I love this lipstick. So, let me first talk about the lip contour. So, I really love this one. I was fully planning on getting more on my next trip to Sephora, but I have heard since that L'Oreal have come out with a dupe for these, which is a lot cheaper, and apparently has a lot more colors. Now, they are still not available in Europe, and I do mean Europe because I've checked the UK, which would be the biggest market, I guess, for makeup in Europe, and they're not available there either. These are in Sephora, but the L'Oreal dupes aren't. And it really annoys me, okay? Maybelline came out with a new foundation a few months ago, and we didn't get it until maybe 2 weeks ago. I really wanted to try it, point in the meantime, so Maybelline's lost. But I can somehow understand that because Maybelline is an American brand. L'Oreal is a European brand. And yet, the US and Canada have had these dupes out for like 2 months now, and we still don't have them. And I have Googled like release dates for Europe. Can't find anything. So I'm really hoping we get them from L'Oreal, but if we don't, again, that'll be something I will end up buying when I go to New York, because I do love the road, but I will say it fades pretty quickly. I notice that by the time, I've eaten and drank stuff and my lipstick has actually faded, because obviously regular lipsticks don't stay on as long as liquid lipsticks do. And I reapply my lipstick, it doesn't look the same because this has also completely disappeared, and I always forget to reapply this. I saw someone on YouTube do a comparison test between the two, and the L'Oreal one lasted a lot longer. So cheaper and lasting longer, and other than that, looked the same and felt the same. I do really want to buy the L'Oreal version, but if I can't, the Road one is great. I mean, if L'Oreal had not come out with dupes, this would totally be the one I would repurchase, and probably in multiple colors, because it's so soft to glide on and it covers like half your lips, so I don't feel the need to fill the rest of it in. And then this Satin Teddy from the holiday collection is just a really beautiful color, I think, for me. And again, I don't typically wear something like this. I can't even explain what it is. It's like between a pink and a red almost, which it's so not something I thought would suit me. And I haven't tried it without the lip contour, so I don't know if it would suit me on its own, but I love it this way, I really do. And you're gonna see that a lot of my favorites are MAC, and I'm gonna start with MAC because it's just the most. MAC lipsticks are still king in my opinion, and I just, keep wanting to buy more. I think they're great. So that is Satin Teddy. Now my favorite lipstick is Alone Time, which is a luster glass lipstick. This became sort of a viral lipstick on YouTube among Asian women because they have a lot of olive undertones, and this was sort of their perfect, almost nude. Obviously I'm not Asian, I'm also not as pale as an Asian woman, but it is very brown. It's a really cool toned brown, and having an olive undertone, this suits me so well. I am in love with this lipstick. I've worn it a lot. It is like, it's okay, so I have, like I explained in my blush video, I have makeup containers. I have a makeup bag that I have stuff in that I use almost every day, or that I, will take with me whenever I take a trip. This is actually displayed on one of my bookcases in my room, so that I always see it, because I grab for it so much. It's just easy to grab and reapply, because obviously, again, it does fade quicker. But I just use it constantly. It is just, I can't swatch all of them, but I wear this in my Get Ready With Me video that will come out on March 8th. I've had to push it back a few times it's scheduled now. It will come out on March 8th. I wear this in that video so you can see what it looks like there. And then a fairly new one that I've also actually been wearing a lot. I wore it in my America's Next Top Model video, I think. This is the Maximal Sleek Satin Lipstick, and it's in the color Modesty. And it's just a very neutral nude. This is normally something I think might be a little too light for me, but it isn't. And again, that could be because of the contour. It is a dark brown contour that I bought. But I was at Dublin Airport going away for like a 4-day weekend, and I went to the MAC counter and I said to the girl, "What lipstick are you wearing? Because I love it." And she said, "Oh, it's Modesty, but it's not going to look the same on you as it is on me." She said, "Your undertone is completely different. It's going to look a lot lighter on you," because it looked pretty dark on her. And she could tell immediately just from looking at my skin tone that it was going to look a lot lighter on me, and that's always my fear. Lipsticks that are too light wash me out. But I couldn't find anything else that I liked, and I said, "Can I just try it?" So I tried it on, and I actually really liked it. And lo and behold, with the lip contour, I like it even more. It looks very nude on me, but like not lighter than my lips. Now, it's not necessarily a my lips, but better color. But it's not much. It's not lighter than my lips, and it's not much darker than my lips either. It just, I just like it a lot. It's like, it's just a very, very nude, neutral nude color with, again, if you really look at it, a little bit of a brown undertone, which is typically what I'm looking for. So this is in the color Modesty. And then another one I have from MAC. Oh, this is actually the last one. I have a couple of ones from MAC that are not necessarily my favorites. But this is one of their new Powder Kiss lipsticks, but one of the liquid ones, which I didn't even know they had. And this is called Over the Taupe. I mean, you just have to say the word taupe to me, and I'm sold. It's actually, I don't know how you can see that. It's a very thin wand. It almost looks red on the camera, but it's genuinely a taupe color. It almost looks the same as this, but it really isn't. You know, does it show maybe better in the tube? Somewhat, yeah. It's a brown color essentially. Taupe is like a gray brown, and that's really kind of what it is. See from a distance, you can see the color actually better, like what it actually is. If I bring it closer, the ring light washes it out a bit. It's a gray taupe. It's dark. I don't even think it's as dark as Alone Time is, to be honest, but it's darker than Modesty would be, for example. And it's a liquid lipstick, which does last longer, even from MAC. Not every brand's liquid lipsticks last longer, and I'll get into that, but it does last pretty long. So Over the Taupe, really good one too. Then I have two liquid lipsticks from Rare Beauty. I have three, but one I don't like that much. They are the Lip Soufflés, and I have one in the color Fearless and one in the color almost looks like a dark red, but it isn't really. It's genuinely more like a dark brown. But it doesn't look like, can you see that on the inside? I don't know. It doesn't look nearly as dark on my lips as it does in the tube, because I was afraid to buy this. See, the one that I own that is not my favorite is Brave, which is the most popular color of these. Everyone owns Brave. Brave is terracotta, very orange, and I cannot make it work. It doesn't suit me with anything I've tried so far. So eventually I was like, I wanted to buy this first, but everyone was raving about Brave, and I can't buy Rare Beauty in person. In Ireland, I can. There's only a store in Dublin that sells it, so I have to order it online. So I eventually went for this one and loved it. Suits me a lot better. But then, right after the new year, when the sales were on, they were doing these half price. I also, by the way, think these are discontinued. Can't find them in any Sephora in the US. Can no longer see them on the Rare Beauty website. So when the store, like it's Space and K, which is a big chain in the UK, but has a couple of stores in Dublin, they sell kind of high-end brands. When they were doing these half off, I was like, oh, I really want to get my hands on at least one more because I love the formula of these. But I do think they're discontinued, and I am not going to be able to buy them for much longer. This honestly, like, I don't know how the camera's showing it, but in real life, this just looks like a poo brown. I can't describe it any other way. But on the lips, it just looks like a really nice nude color, kind of like Modesty, but maybe even a little bit lighter, yet it doesn't wash me out. And these are like butter. They literally, the first time I used this, I was like, what is this? I thought this was gonna fade off my lips in half an hour. It glides on like butter. When you mash your lips together, it feels like butter, and it continues to feel like butter on your lips for the whole day. So that's a feeling you gotta get used to. But they also last for hours. I really thought, because they had such a buttery consistency, that they would fade off my lips in an instant, and they really don't. They are a special texture, one I've never experienced from a lipstick before, but they're really good quality, and I'm kind of sad that they seem to have discontinued them. I don't know why. I mean, I'm guessing they weren't selling enough. I think that's the only reason brands discontinue products, but, well, no, I'm gonna get into the next one to disprove my point. But I do believe these are, so if you can still get your hands on them, I highly recommend it if they're on sale anywhere. But they're like, they have nice colors, but it's really the consistency that sets these apart. They're so soft on your lips. Now, I have talked about this so many times. I think most of you who've been with me for a while know what my favorite lipstick of all time is, and it is the Too Faced Melted Matte in Cool Girl. These have been discontinued, and this is where I was trying to disprove my point. These sold like hotcakes, and everyone lipstick formula I've ever used. They stay on all day. I have a lot of liquid lipsticks that stay on for hours, but none that stay on all day and don't fade in a crackly way. When they fade, they kind of just disappear off your lips completely. There is no real fade. It's like it's there and then it's gone. But it takes forever. They're so good, and I can't keep using it because it's so old. So I'm gonna have to eventually use it up. But I tried their new formula, which is their lip injection liquid lipstick. I tried it because this is the only one that was a similar color, but this is really just like my perfect brown, perfect nude brown. It just looks so good on my lips. This is not exactly the same color. It's a much more reddish brown. It's still nice. I also didn't exactly want the same color. I wanted something slightly different, but and I do like the color a lot, don't get me wrong. But A does not last all day. Lasts for a few hours. Not bad, but doesn't last all day. B has a lip plumper in it, so it stings when you put it on, and it kind of stings for a long time. I hate lip plumpers. I hate anything with lip plumping effect. I know I naturally have pretty full lips. Lucky me. I understand other people want a lip plumper, but I hate lip plumpers and I hate the feeling they give you. So why they had to put that in it, I don't know. Also, this has like 4 shades. And this was what? Supposed to replace the Melted Matte line, which had like 15 shades. Like, I'm so mad. I'm still so mad. I will never forgive Too Faced for discontinuing that lipstick and for replacing it with something that's far inferior. And quite frankly, because of that, I don't think I'll ever buy another product from Too Faced because I'm just mad. It's been like 2 years and I'm still mad about it. I did include it in my favorites because, in fairness, out of the liquid lipsticks I still own, which is a lot less than I used to. For years, that's the only formula I bought. Now I buy a lot more of the, like, just go back to the MAC bullet lipsticks. But I'm just mad at Too Faced, but it is still a great liquid lipstick. Then one that I do like. Okay, so I went into Sephora and complained to the girl about my grievances with Too Faced, and I said I'm looking for a replacement for the Melted Matte for Cool Girl. I want the color and I want a long-lasting liquid lipstick because I have a few that just don't last. And so she recommended the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte. What color is this in? Oh gosh, I don't know if I can read that. Wifey. Really? I own a lipstick called Wifey. Ugh, okay. Now, does that look the same to you? Because it doesn't look the same to me. Now, I didn't have this with me, so when she showed me this, I thought, ooh, that looks the same. And she thought this was the best liquid lipstick Sephora had, and it lasted the longest. So I was like, great, I'll take it. Not the same color, not far off, but this is definitely lighter than this one. Also, lasts for shit. Like, I think I'm only including it in my favorites because I want to show the comparison. I can't say it's one of my favorite lipsticks. I don't use it a lot. The formula is nice. It goes on very smooth. It doesn't dry out your lips at any point. But an hour and it's gone, which is less long than a regular lipstick. And for a liquid lipstick, it should be longer. Plus, she claimed it was the longest lasting liquid lipstick in there. Again, never owned anything else from Huda Beauty before. Probably never will based off this. I don't know. It's a nice, don't get me wrong. It's a nice color. Looks nice on my lips. Formula feels nice. But one drink and it's gone. And without drinking an hour and it's gone. I don't know if any of you own this from Huda Beauty. Let me know if it has that with you. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, although I don't know how much you can do wrong with applying lipsticks. But this is... it's just not the same. And I'll never forgive Too Faced. Then the first one I tried after the new Too Faced one was the Urban Decay. Now I don't think the name is on this. I think they're called Vice Bond lipsticks. I think they're called Vice Bond liquid lipsticks. This is in the color OG Back Talk. I have two of these, but the other color is really orange and doesn't suit me that well. This is like a weird one. It sometimes comes out really pink and it sometimes comes out really brown. Again, I really need to apply it with the lip contour because then it looks a lot browner and it looks really nice actually. It looks like a brownie nude, a brownie pink, which is actually really nice. If I apply it on its own, it's a little too pink for my liking, but these do last a long time. Do they last all day? No, but I have never found a liquid lipstick aside from the Too Faced one that does. But it does last for hours. I can eat and drink with this and it's still beyond, let's say 4 or 5 hours, and I have to reapply it, which you can't complain about. That's long lasting in lipstick world. So these really don't get talked about. I found very little about them online. Urban Decay, like when I started out with makeup, even though I was always flat broke and typically gravitated towards drugstore, the only high-end brand I would buy was Urban Decay. My Urban Decay for the longest time was my favorite makeup brand. I had several of their foundations. I have like a million of their eyeshadow palettes that I still have. I don't use them because I think the eyeshadows are like, might actually kill me at this point. But like I had the really pretty Alice in Wonderland one where you opened the lid of the palette and it was like a 3D pop-up story of Alice in Wonderland. Their packaging was like second to none and kind of still is. They came out with some amazing stuff. But I guess tastes change and they've maybe changed, but I haven't been interested in them in a long time. I think this is the first Urban Decay product I bought in probably 10 years. But it's a good one, and I wear it more spring and summer because it is more on the pink side. But it does look really nice to me, to be honest, okay? Lipsticks I cannot compromise on. Anything that looks lighter than my lips is a no. Doesn't matter what time of year it is. Anything that's too pink or too orange is a no, because just washes me out. So the majority of my lipsticks are and will always be brown or a darker nude. And that's just, can't change that. Like, this is about as colored, I think, as I get. Because again, I feel like it actually kind of matches my nails. I feel like this is more a red. Not really, but not really, you know? Like, it's, again, I think it's more between a red and a pink. Somewhere. I can't explain this color. I don't know why. But I think it suits me really well. But it's about as colorful as I'll go. And I don't know when this happened because I used to wear bright orange lips in the summer. I loved that color. I don't know if back then I always looked terrible and thought I was the bomb, or if I just changed over the years. Let's be very clear, I do have mature skin. Like, that affects everything. Not everything is gonna look good on me anymore than it did years ago. So, lip-wise, I really can't budge. I have to stick to browns or anything that is at the very least nude but darker than my lips. And then I just have these two lip glosses that I'm going to show you. You know, the Satin Teddy came in a pack with a lip glass, like a MAC lip glass in a similar color. And two other lip products that I can't even remember what they are because I didn't like them. I do like the lip glass, but I left it in the box, and therefore I never use it because it's not in my line of vision. I'm gonna take it out of the box after this video, put it in one of my makeup containers, and start wearing it more over lipstick or just straight on my lips because I like that teddy color so much. I'm assuming I would really like the lip glass. I only wore it once, I think, over this color and really liked it. But if you wear the same color over the same color, do you really know what it looks like on its own then? I don't know. So I'm going to try that one. Next up is the Maybelline. Please tell me this is Maybelline. Yes, Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I have 4 of these. They're really good. But this is by far my favorite. It is in the color Stone. Again, Stone. It's brown. It's a brown lip gloss. So I wear this. I rarely wear this on my own, on its own. I would wear this over a matte liquid lipstick if I just want a little bit of glossiness. Like, I love liquid lipsticks typically because they're matte. Actually, this one is not. It's not. It's somewhere in between. It's not like a shiny finish, but it's not fully matte either. It's like an in between. But for years, all the liquid lipsticks I bought were matte, and even the Rare Beauty ones I bought recently are matte. And after years of wearing those, I kind of don't always want to wear a matte finish. So sometimes when I'm wearing a matte liquid lipstick, I put this over it because it typically matches the color. It's brown. And it just gives it a nice little gloss. Does it stay long? No, lip glosses never do. But so easy to reapply. I feel like for a lip gloss, you don't even really need a mirror to reapply. Like, where can it really go that you can see, like, it's easy to reapply. Now the last one is a lip gloss that surprisingly does actually last a long time. It is the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. It's apparently a lip oil. And plump, yes, it does sting my lips. But this lasts for a good 3 hours before I have to reapply it, and I do apply this on its own because I like the color so much that I don't actually want to apply anything else underneath it. And it's also one of those that I apply when I am not wearing very much makeup, but I want to just apply, instead of a lip treatment, I want to just apply a proper lip gloss. I apply this one. It looks like, well, it's a brownie pink, really, but it just looks really, really nice. And again, for being a lip gloss, it lasts a good 3 hours, and that's even with drinking stuff. I'm trying to see what the color of it is 601. Worth it. And it is worth it. Very affordable. I'm gonna cut it here. This was the lipstick favorites video. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video will be one that I filmed weeks ago of me getting ready with my favorite product from each category. But I think I've pretty much already mentioned in every video which one my favorite is, so you'll be seeing that. But do give that a watch and let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Actually, because I'm recording the blush and lipstick video on the same day, and I've already recorded the Get Ready With Me. I have a whole week next week where I don't have to record a video because I have videos now until Sunday. I am gonna try really hard to take my time next week to look up updates on true crime cases I've covered, because I know a lot of cases have had significant updates, so I want to make a video giving updates on some of those cases. And then I also want to do research on a new case and just make an actual true crime video, because I am aware that's what the majority of my subscribers came to my channel for, and I still very much love listening to true crime. I still listen to only true crime podcasts when I'm driving, which is a lot because I travel a lot. So I have listened to a lot of true crime cases over the last 2 years. There's a good few I want to cover. It's just the sitting down, re-listening to the podcasts, taking notes, putting them into my own words, and then retelling the story. I have to it takes time, and I have to find that time and that motivation to do it. But I think because I have no other videos to record next week, I can find the time, hopefully, to do that.